What's up, everybody? It's Orion here. We're checking out Baptiste today. Brand new Overwatch hero, currently released on the PTR as of today, February 26, 2019. Baptiste is a support hero, DPS hybrid. He has the biotic launcher weapon that has a primary and alt fire, which we'll get into exactly how those work. His left shift is a regenerative burst, heal over time effect. His E ability is the Immortality Field. His passive ability are the Exo Boots, and his ultimate ability is the Amplification Matrix. Now, when I first saw this hero, when I saw the origin story video, I thought that this hero just looked absolutely insanely overpowered. And after doing some testing both on PTR, in the practice range, and in like a, they don't have quick play, so in a 8-player FFA deathmatch chateau setting, some of my concerns have been dulled down a little bit, but at the end of the day, I still think it's going to be a very strong, somewhat OP character if it makes it out to release like this. My biggest issue is the first thing that I'm going to talk about, and that is the biotic launcher's primary fire. So the primary fire is a 3-shot burst. The first 3-shot burst gun to finally make its way into Overwatch. It takes 15 total left clicks, obviously, with the 45 round magazine. Takes 15 clicks to get through those 3-round bursts. Now each shot in 3-round burst does 25 damage, 1 health bar. It is susceptible to headshot damage, so 3 headshots with the burst is 150 damage, as opposed to 3 body shots, which is half of that at 75 damage. We have figured out that this damage is susceptible to fall off. So if you hit 3 shots in the body from far away, it doesn't do the full 3 bars of damage. As you can see here, there's still a little sliver of that 3rd bar left. So the primary fire on the biotic launcher is susceptible to fall off damage. His next ability is the alternate fire. The alternate fire is a biotic grenade, a heal grenade. This grenade is usable on friendly targets. It explodes on impact with them. If you shoot it at the ground, it explodes on impact on the ground as well. Can be used AoE that way. If you hit it close enough between the 2 teammates, it goes via the impact point of the grenade. You can heal 2 teammates that are roughly a couple meters apart here. If I'm shooting on the other side of this bot, notice how it does not heal the bot on the right side. All better. Unless I shoot on the right side. So it's the explosion of the nade, the bloom effect is within range of both. This alternate fire does not work as a self heal. Baptiste cannot heal himself with this ability. Now I'm gonna full heal this bot right here, as well as myself, and I'm gonna take these bots, shoot 7 of those little shots, and then have a second to chill. So I'm gonna stand right in front of this bot. And it did 136 damage to me. Is that accurate? And then once this bot spawns, we'll show you here. We'll full heal this one. He's full healed. Now we'll see him take damage. That's 25, 50, a little more than 55. He started shooting again, so we'll see. We'll grenade immediately after they shot shooting, and you'll see this is nearly a full heal. The grenade appears to do roughly 55 damage. All the numbers in this video, a little disclaimer by the way, I haven't actually checked them against like any Overwatch wiki or anything like that. These are purely from my testing myself and how I see the abilities work. So they might not be exact of what Baptiste's numbers are, but they're going to be pretty damn close. So again, the alternate fire Does about 55 healing on the bot on friendly targets. It can AoE heal and impact on the ground as well. His next ability, left shift, the regenerative field. This is a AoE heal over time effect. It affects both Baptiste and friendly targets. You see they're still getting shot, but they're slowly gaining health back. This ability has a range. See, we're at the 0 meter mark. This is 10 meters up here. And you can see it pulsate out to roughly 10 meters. Now we're going to try and test this on the bots over here. Now this 20 meters goes up this way, up this line, and these bots are a little bit closer than the 10 meter away. So we're going to do our best to here walk the line here. This is within 10 meters. I'll wait for this new bot to spawn, or this old bot to spawn before we use the left shift. So now you'll see this bot take damage. We left shift and he is within the pulse radius of the regenerative field. I'm going to step back a little bit here, just outside the 10 meter. This looks like about the space that is left over before the 20 meter mark. And we are out of range with the regenerative field. So it's got about a 10 meter range around him, in a complete radius around him, front, back, everything. Doesn't matter which way you're looking. 10 meter radius from Baptiste himself as the center. His next ability, his E ability, the Immortality Field. Now this is the ability where I thought, holy shit, this hero is insanely overpowered, gonna be just so broken. And the reason why I thought that was because of the video showing, you know, Bastion shooting at a monkey through the Immortality Field and monkey just facing it, right? I thought, wow, this just blocks all incoming damage. This is just so overpowered. How do you even stop this thing? But that is not the case. I repeat, that is not the case. You can still take damage while inside the Immortality Field. However, the last bit percentage of your health there, as you saw, has like a shield type ability. You are invulnerable, you are immortal. That little bit, you cannot die, in other words. This Immortality Field will leave you at 20% HP. So if you're a 200 HP hero, that'll leave you at 40 HP, regardless of how much other outside damage you're taking. This is insanely strong because you can now counter things like a Diva Bomb, Rip Tire. It'll significantly help with the grab combo abilities and wiping combos like that by preventing you from death as long as you're inside the field. Another clever use is not just to be used defensively but offensively. Heroes like Pharah, heroes like McCree that are very vulnerable while ulting. You know, Deadeye McCree is stuck there to like hey, shoot me in the face before he tries to get you with the fan the hammer. Bang, bang, bang. Pharah, she has to stop and it's just sitting duck in the sky with 200 HP while she's trying to barrage. A quick reaction on the Immortality Field and you'll be able to live. Now it's worth noting this does have a height. You cannot range the height of it. It looks like the height is roughly 10 meters. That's truthfully that's a guesstimate right there. That's not an exact number, but it appears that the height of the Immortality Field itself is roughly 10 meters. You cannot go under it. If I get myself up to the high ground here and I throw it up here, that's the bottom. I'm no longer in the Immortality Field under here. I can be directly under it and it doesn't matter. Even if I'm not in line of sight, you have to be within the cylinder itself for it to count. Now that still seems pretty strong, right? How do you counter it, you may ask? Well, a drone that you can see physically deployed creating the field, this is killable. This drone has 250 health points, so it's not like a real quick you shoot it once and it's dead. It will require some focus fire. It has about as many health points as like a May or a Reaper, the stronger squishy heroes. So at the very least, even if it's not, if the immortality field is not up for its entire duration, it will act as a distraction to the enemy team. Just in my few games playing free-for-all on deathmatch as Baptiste, when I was, you know, in 1v1 fights, and even if I didn't have my shift ability, I would throw down the immortality field, and you can just stop moving, right? You can, you know, you're juking people, you're crouching around, you're trying to hit your shots, you're crouching in the immortality field. You can just stand still and focus on your aim right there, because you cannot die in this field. You cannot die as long as you're inside with that up. Doesn't matter what it is, you are 100% immortal. So this ability has a duration. The duration of the field itself, it has a slight activation time of about a half a second from the time you press E to the shield actually activating. So if you're getting shot at, if you're like 1 HP and you go to throw it, but like you get meleeed or punch first, like you will die as it's deploying. It does have a very quick activation time, but it's still there. The duration of the field itself is 9.5 seconds after it's up. You'll notice if you look at the left side over here, while this drone goes away, that it still lingers. The immortality field still lingers for 1 additional second after the drone disappears. That doesn't matter whether the drone is timed out based on its 8.5 second availability or whether the drone is killed. There will still be a 1 second after effect lingering where the immortality field is active. So that's the one ability that, again, I said I had my most worries with, but after some testing, it doesn't seem as insanely OP as I thought it was, and it does allow for counterplay. And that's the biggest thing with me in Overwatch, and why I've been a little standoffish of it recently. It's just, you know, you feel so restricted as an individual and so reliant on your teammates that there's no counterplay individually, and that's not the case with this field. It is killable. So the next ability we're going to talk about is his ultimate ability,
Immortality Field down.
the Amplification Matrix. This amplifies damage of your teammates by 50%, just like an Ana Nano Boost does, or the Orisa Supercharger, the other ultimate abilities. This ult has a 8-second duration. It's got a width of roughly 5 meters. So it's a pretty decent window to be shot through. Break quick choke points and stuff like that. You know, you're trying to break the first choke point on Hanamura, you get stuck, they have a Mei wall, and the Mei is just walling off your Reinhardt every time. You throw down this amplification matrix right there, and all projectile damage going through, anything that passes through shooting wise, bullet wise, will be amplified passing through this. I have not tested yet to see if like a Reinhardt hammer swing would work going through this. Truthfully, I do not believe so. If you swipe through the shield, I do not think the Reinhardt hammer will affect it. But all hit scan bullets, you know, Soldier McCree, Widowmaker, Baptiste himself, projectiles like Farah rockets, Hanzo arrows, the Torb molten core little rivet gun, all that amplified. Again, 8-second duration, 50% amplification, 75 damage is the base with 3 shots. That does now 150. 3 burst shots in the head is an insta kill on a squishy through that matrix. So pretty cool ultimate ability. Pretty strong. The duration seems pretty fair. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure the duration of the Orisa Supercharger. I believe that's a little bit longer than 8 seconds. It seems longer than this amplification matrix. But the ult does amplify damage in a similar way to those other ultimate abilities. The final ability that we're going to talk about is his passive ability, and those are the Exo Boots. These Exo Boots charge up a jump while you're crouched. It takes 1 full second to fully charge the Exo Boots. They can be used when partially charged, but for maximum height at full charge, it takes 1 full second. After you release crouch, you still maintain the charge for 1 full second after releasing crouch. We'll come over here to the meter range, and you can see at a full charge, you can jump just about 10 meters. Another little guesstimation, like the height of the field, is that you can jump about 10 meters in the air, full charged, with this ability. So the mobility potential for this hero is pretty insane. You can see how the difference in the level 2 jump, the quick little level 1 jump, and then there's the level 3 jump as opposed to the 4. Now it's worth noting that this does not work like a Genji double jump or Hanzo leap ability, allowing you to use it in the air. If you're crouched then walk off an edge, you cannot jump right away while still in the air. You have to land on the ground prior to the jump being able to activate. And that's about it for Baptiste. He's a pretty neat hero. In my opinion, pretty overpowered in his current state. The strongest thing in my opinion is his biotic launcher and the primary fire. The damage potential that it can do is just absolutely insane. 25 damage per shot seems like way too much. I think it needs to be nerfed by at least 5 damage per shot, so you can't, you know, one shot a tracer, 3 shots in the head. As a support hero, you know, it's just like Brig having the whip shot combo, and they removed that. So I really don't want this to make it to live with that much damage potential. Just my personal opinion on the matter. But overall, he seems like definitely a fun hero to play, right? And at high level, Overwatch League level, esports pro players, you know, players like ML7, I'm really interested to see this hero in their hands, just like complete aim gods, and what they can do, and the sick plays that they can pull off, and the clutch plays that you can pull off with things like the Immortality Field, and you know, juking people out with the jumps and all that good stuff.
Immortality Field down.
So I played a couple games free for all, and it was definitely fun. Definitely a fun hero. But that is Baptiste, the newest Overwatch hero introduced to the PTR on February 26, 2019. This is my practice range testing video of him today. Again, my numbers are not exact. Do not take them for Bible. They are estimates based on my own testing. So if you like the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe below, leave a comment, let me know what you think about Baptiste. Are you going to be playing him? Is he going to be your new support hero? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.